Welcome back to moveSKILL. Let's talk about military press. We have the lovely Tara here to help us today. Let's look at the three main components or sections, if you will, of military press. A good starting position where you want to provide a good solid base for your lift. The lift itself, the pressing up, and then a nice locked out, fully open shoulder, fully engaged and open shoulder position at the top. So starting from the support position, the rack position. Come back just a moment, Tara. The first thing is hand placement. You want your hands to be neither too far apart, too wide. That'll get a messed up angle on your shoulder, and you don't want them too narrow either. Start by pulling your upper arms in against your sides, your elbows, and where you feel your triceps and lats kind of brace on each other here. That determines the width of your elbows. And then flex your elbows so that your hands come straight up, and that's the proper width for your hand placement. And what we see from looking on from the front, we'll see hands will typically clear just outside the shoulders, not on the shoulders and not way out here either. So Tara's done this enough, she knows where her hands go. Once you've done it a few times, you just know where your fingers go on the bar. Use that knurling on the bar. You don't have to do this little routine every time. Just a few times, figure out the correct hand placement. Once your hands are in the right place on the bar, step up to the bar. Put your sternum right against the bar, and then notice what she just did. Scooped her elbows actually under. She's scooping her shoulders under the bar, the nice strong support position, before she even picked the bar up. All right, so that's a key part. We don't just grab the bar and lift it out of the rack like you're lifting an Easter basket. That works fine for an empty bar. It doesn't work for very much weight, and it doesn't get your shoulders into the right engaged position. Now, with this nice strong shoulder position, we need a little bit more foundation to press from. As Tara gets ready to press, she's going to take a breath, hold it, and squeeze her abs. Squeeze her abs and her butt and her quads. So your whole middle is pretty tight. Now, in order not to hit your face with the bar, you have to rock back just a little bit. So she'll see her body rock backwards slightly as she begins to lift. So go ahead and take a breath, brace, and press straight up. Nice, and pull it back down. The goal when you're pressing is the bar should come as nearly to straight up and down, as nearly vertical in its motion as possible. Try not to push the bar out around your face much at all. It takes practice to get that right. So again, take a breath, brace, squeeze your abs, press straight up. Now let's talk about the top position, the fully open position. You'll notice here that the bar is straight over shoulders and feet. Everything's lined up nicely. To get there, go ahead and bring it back down and press up one more time slowly, please. Watch what happens. She's going to lean back a little, and now part way up, she's pressing her chest forward and driving her shoulders back underneath the bar so that at the top everything's stacked up nice. What it feels like is you're just reaching for the ceiling, really reaching for the ceiling as hard as you can. On the way down, we have to pay attention a little bit as well. It's not enough to simply relax and let the bar come down. That doesn't give you the right shoulder support. So from the top, please, Tara. Drives it up. You can pause here for a moment. In fact, it's often a good idea to pause, take a big breath, rebreathe, then squeeze your abs. And now she's squeezing the bar and pulling it back down. There's a telltale that we can use. Go ahead and rack it just for a moment, please. There's a good clear sign we can use to tell if you are actively engaging as you pull the bar down. If your elbows go straight out to the side, you're not doing the right thing with your shoulder. Squeeze the bar at the top and pull down. Just mimic like you're actually doing a pull-up. You should feel your lats engage and your shoulder actually gets pulled down. What we see from the outside is the elbow is pulling back toward your midline, right back to here, not out to the side. This is an unsupported position and it will cause some problems. Sometimes it causes some kind of nasty recurring shoulder inflammation issues. Let's look at some common problems here. The first problem that's that we see often is just failure to properly get set before picking the bar up. You see how she quickly grabbed the bar and stepped out? This is just a very weak position. Just a little bit of pressure, and if you have much weight on the bar, it just feels hard to hold. Now look at her elbows. She's gotten it back up into a good rack position. Elbows are just in front of the bar. So we have the proper hand width, the proper elbow set. Her shoulders is nice and engaged, and this is a very strong position here. She can hold quite a bit of weight. All right, so get those shoulders properly set before picking it up. Second major problem that comes up pretty often is just failure to engage your midline. You have to brace with your abs and your glutes. She failed to engage her midline, and you see a lot of instability here, and you see a lot of instability at the top too. Nothing's really engaged in this column to support the weight. So again, take a breath, squeeze your abs, squeeze your glutes hard, and now when you press, you've got something solid here to press from. Good. Another common problem is either failing to push the shoulders through on the way up so the bar ends up in front of you. You do that just a little, like that, which is very hard to hold. Or, alternatively, pushing the bar too far behind you, which is just unnecessary grief on your shoulders. You don't need to do that. And it also involves pressing way forward like that, involves losing your midsection as well. So your midsection needs to be tight and stable and straight. Quads are on, glutes are on, abs are on, and this part, your body in the middle just doesn't move much. Good, thank you. Nice. All right, some ideas for good military press. Thank you.